If I have to use one lens for the rest of my life, it will be this lens, the Tamron 17 to 70mm f2.8 lens. This lens is all you need for 90% of what you shoot. And hey, whatever I mentioned in this video is also applicable to any lens that is within the 24 to 70 f2.8 range. This includes Sigma, this includes Sony, but I will be referring to the Tamron lens for the sake of this video. Now, with that being said, it is important to note that this lens is APS-C format. So on the wider end, you get an equivalent of 25.5mm. On the telephoto end, you get an equivalent of 105mm, which still gives you a lot of versatility to zoom in and zoom out as you wish. And hey, I can speak from experience. I've been using this lens for close to 2 years and it's never let me down. I do a little bit of everything, right? So whether you are doing live events, and I'm pretty sure you can relate to it, if you're doing weddings or corporate, for example, sometimes you don't have the time or you don't have the luxury to swap lenses to get different focal length. So you want something on the fly, and this is where this lens comes in handy. You want to zoom in, you want to zoom out, you want to get a wide shot, you want to get a close shot, all in one lens. If you find yourself doing short films, or if you find yourself doing run and gun, and this includes things like documentaries or podcasts, interviews, even if you're doing music videos, sometimes you just want something where you don't have to swap the lens. You want all the focal length in one lens. This is where this lens comes in handy. And the best part about it is that this lens has a maximum constant aperture of f2.8. No matter how much you zoom in and zoom out, it will stay 2.8 if you want it to be. And I can promise you this lens has great autofocus performance. It's never let me down. You could blindly trust it. You just simply select the object or the subject that you want to keep the focus on, and no matter where they are moving within the frame, they will stay in focus because it will track it seamlessly. Another thing about this lens is that it has great optical stabilization. It has vibration compensation VC, and therefore it helps you with getting more stabilized shots if you find yourself doing handheld. Now, it is definitely the gimbal's best friend because this lens is lightweight, and what I would recommend doing is you would put the focal length somewhere down the middle. The sweet spot is just under 50mm, and yeah, this lens is really all you need. Anything else like telephoto lenses, ultra-wide lenses, of course has its own place, but for most of what you're shooting, this lens is what you need. It's good to know.